Hello little friend, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I want to share my new Jibun Techo for 2020, and I want to do kind of like a comparison video because as you can see I do have two different versions, because for 2020 Kokuyo has actually come out with a light mini version which is a lot thinner, and so it's kind of reduced to the, I guess, what was considered to be essentials from the users. And so I'm very excited because this is my first time looking at this, and I thought it'd be nice if we could kind of look at it together and compare the differences, and then also just check out what they have taken out, what they have left in. Or I know that they changed a little bit with like the designs and the layout, and I have looked at a few differences online as well, but I have not like kind of spend a lot of time looking at it. I just knew that if they came out with a light version, I'm definitely gonna go with the light version. And I do want to mention again, this video is a PR video, so this was sent to me for free for sharing the love, basically. Actually, I am still part of the PR team for myindieco, and I'm so grateful that I can and am allowed to be part of that team. So I will link a 10% off coupon code in the description box again, as always, and of course link the product, so this planner here, and also I will leave a link to the website in general. But yeah, so keep in mind this was sent to me for free. But I think if you've watched any of my videos, or even if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I am very much in love with the Jibun Techo. It's just a beautiful planner, and I'm so stoked about the new version, so kind of excited. But yeah, let's go into it. This was pretty long now. So just for the size or measurements, you can see they are the same size. This might appear to be a tiny bit taller, but it is the same size. It is just because of the cover. And let me take this thing off. I kind of want to use that in my journaling, so we'll try our best to keep this intact. The sun is actually setting soon, so I'm kind of rushing. I'm trying to not make it too quick, but you know. So this is what it is. It does not come with like a removable cover for the 2019 version. Both sizes, by the way, are the B6 Slim versions, and I think they're both the BIS version. With the 2019 version, so the standard classic regular version, you can take off this cover here and then you're just left with the notebook. And if we compare just the notebook, you can see that this is a tiny bit taller, but just because it has this non-removable cover. For notebook size, they are both exactly the same. And let's see. Oh yeah, it does come with, oh, these are such pretty colors. It does come with two bookmarks, and you can see these bookmarks are a very lovely baby blue and then a very deep brownish red, kind of like a maroon color. I absolutely love these colors. For the regular version, it was in a deep navy blue and then in a bright red. So I really love these colors. They look so beautiful together. Absolutely lovely. For the inside, I'm so sorry about the chaos, but the color that I got is the sand version. I know that myindieco also carries a very lovely pink color, but although I love pink, I wanted something a little bit subdued so it can be, you know, a little bit more professional and stuff. But yeah, I really like this. I love the gold foiling. You can see it's so pretty, because this one is obviously just white, and then on the cover that it had, it was very pretty silver. But I really like this. This is such a beautiful aesthetic. Okay, let's open it up. In the middle you have, this one is yellow inside, this one is a lovely pink, lovely shade of thing. I think that the pink version, the other light mini version, might actually be this kind of pink on the outside. But yeah, so this is in the inside. So for the layout here, nothing changed. And then they just left out all these lists. And what I love about the Jibun Techo is just that Kokuyo, they really asked the users for feedback, and they were really trying to improve their products and trying to get to know, okay, how do their users use the products and how can we improve it so that everything is actually used efficiently. And this way they removed a lot of the lists that people just weren't really using, and so we save paper, we save weight, we save bulk. And I just think that's so smart and awesome that a company actually listens to the users and actually listens to the feedback that they're receiving and act upon the feedback. So That's lovely. They took out this information sheet. They also took out this how to use kind of page and just kind of straight went into this part of here. What is this? Okay. I just have some random notes all over these kinds of lists because I don't use them. But they do keep the yearly overview, which I do like because I know some people use that for birthdays or just like, you know, holidays and things like that. So I do think that's pretty smart. They still kept the yearly overview, like just in a glance for 2020 and then 2021 as well. And then you do have the My Dreams list. This is actually pretty nice. If you have like a goal you want to achieve within a year, this is nice to just write it down. I don't do these kind of lists because it just makes me kind of sad if I can't keep them. But they don't have the money plan, I think. They do keep the lists off. I'm not sure what you would use these for, but I'm sure you can find a use for it. I think a few pages of lists is pretty nice. Oh, that's a lot of list pages, in fact. Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool. Cool. So in the previous Jibun Techo, so in the classic version, they have a lot of these laid out plans for you. So they already name it, like money plans, stuff like that, gift plans and all that. But here they just give you pages of lists. So anything you want to keep track of, you can just do that yourself. And if you want to track movies that you want to watch, you can do that. My sister recommends me a lot of anime and mangas for me to read, so maybe I'll do that. I'm not sure. She has a very different taste than I do, so. But I do like that they keep it, you know, very generic and you can fill it out yourself if you want to. So that's pretty nice. I do like that. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find use for it. If not, I just use it as note paper. Then we come to the monthly pages, which is pretty cool because what I like is they used to have these kinds of weekly pages, so you could basically track something on here and then you'd have more monthly pages at the back. So it's kind of like a lot of bulk in my opinion because I did not use both. And what they've done now is they kind of combined both things into one. So now you have your monthly overview on top and then these tracking things at the bottom. So if you are someone who tracks for example, if you're someone who tracks like the progress with either weight or something, you know, habit tracker, you do have it at the bottom and then your month is up here. Of course, this way everything is a little bit squished. But from what I've seen, most people don't write a lot in here. At least I don't. I used to just, you know, write down, let me see. Let me just find a page. For example, what I did is I just wrote down my YouTube videos. So when I publish something, so I know, okay, when do I need to update or just kind of let me know how often I've uploaded something. And this is more than enough space for me and my use, so I'm very happy with this and I think this is just such a smart idea to reduce bulk. Again, I am someone who is all about functionality and keeping it lightweight, keeping it slim, nothing too chunky for my planner. So you have a lot of these pages and I feel like they have definitely kept the colors, you know, a little bit more lighter on the more easy breezy side. Before it used to be a little bit more grayish and subdued and now it's a little bit more on the pastel-y side, a lot more, you know, cutesy, very baby blue and a lot more pinkish. This was definitely more on the, you know, navy blue version. And also the gray color has changed a little bit. The font has also changed, if you can see that. I know I'm not doing the best job with this comparison, but I'm trying my best. I'm really trying my best. So you can see the font has changed a little bit. I do like this. This looks a lot cleaner. This was a little bit, I wouldn't say robotic, but very just thicker and a little bit like newspaper font. And this is just very clean and has a lot of that Japanese planner feeling to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's move on to the weekly pages. So for the weekly, oh wait, let me check when it starts. The month actually starts in December 2020 and then the months go all the way up until March of 2021. So you do get quite a lot of months to, if you have anything that you need to plan beforehand, you do have the options to do it here. And then for the weeks, which is our most important part, I'd say. Let me just open something. Yes, right here. Oh, all right. So here again, the colors are a little bit different. Just, you know, a lot more lighter and breezy, easy peasy. And what they've, I really like this part. Okay, so, they have, okay, the icons, so everything is a lot more cleaner and just not as thick, like I said, with the font. But what they've done is also, you can see with the previous version, they had these black dots, which I actually kind of liked. It was about the when the sun sets and when it's nighttime. So everything that is black colored with the dots, that's when it's nighttime, or at least when the sun is not out. And it was pretty nice to know, but at times I felt like it was a little bit too in your face almost. And with this one, look how clean they've kept this. So you can see that they've just thickened the line where previously you had the dots, so it's so clean. And now it's just, they stopped using the circles, just wrote like tiny dots, and then the what's that called, the hour next to it. I really like that. I think that's so clean. I'm very much in favor of this. And they've also done tiny tick boxes at the top, which I'm super excited for, because I do use these top boxes. Let me show you. These top boxes. I kind of want to show you something where I don't have like a ton of stuff that's super, I guess, private. But for example, this here, I did use the top boxes as my to-dos for the day, because I do think if you have the whole day, the first thing you probably look at is like the top part of your planner. So I just used my to-dos on top. So that's basically what I have here now. I just already have my tick boxes laid out for me, and I'm pretty excited about that. So that's that. And then they do have at the bottom, they still kept the mood tracker, which I do like. And what they've done is they have, let's see, they actually, yeah, because of the tick boxes, they just push the whole timeline a little bit further down, as you can see. So now you have this box right here is a little bit longer. They removed this part, which was kind of like the meal tracking thing, or at least I use it as meal tracking. But since you have 3 mood tracker boxes anyways, you can still use this space here to write your meals if you want to do that. So I really like this design. I am very happy about this design, to be honest. I think it's so clean. And if you decorate your planners, which I don't really do because I don't really need it. I do like my planners a little bit clean. From time to time I'll try to no, I can't show it right now because I would need to blur it. I'm sorry. But I do like to keep my planners a little bit cleaner. From time to time I'll try like decorating, doing a few doodles here and there. Most of the time it's pretty clean, I'd say. Yeah, I did go a little bit all out on this page, but you know, I do try to keep it cleaner because I think that's a point for a planner, is that you plan and you have like everything quickly and you don't have to kind of flip things up and down. At least that's what I tell myself. I don't know how things are going to turn out in the future. But man, I really like this. I'm very happy about how clean this is. Because I think if you do like decorating, just having a very clean and very minimal gives you a lot more option to be very free with your creation and not having like these very dark dots. If you want to have something a little bit more flowery and pastel-y and cutesy, having these very dark circles, I felt would have been a little bit distracting in my opinion. So I love this so much. And I still, obviously, I love the moon things. I really like that. It's something cute in my opinion. So you do have the moon phases up on top. Not something exactly useful in my opinion, because I do like the moon, I love the moon, but I know nothing about astrology or things like that. Well, let's see, the weeks, they run from the weeks. Okay, the weeks start on the 25th of November and they go all the way up. Oh, they got note paper at the back. Nice. They run all the way up until the 10th of January. So you do have quite a little bit more than a year for you to plan your stuff. And of course, then you have also 2 more months in the monthly section. And then at the back, you get quite a lot of note paper. So this whole stack, oh, there's more at the back. All right, you get this whole stack of note-taking paper and it's just your usual grid paper that you have for the Jibun Techo. Oh man, this is like my dream planner, to be honest, right now. I did not think that the Jibun Techo could be any more perfect. It wasn't perfect. I always felt very just not very happy about the amount of like lists and stuff because I felt like I don't use them. It just makes everything bulky. They were kind of useless and a waste of paper, like I said. But with everything else, I was actually pretty happy and I was pretty satisfied, and I knew I wouldn't really ever change my planner unless there's something even better. And now they did this, and it's just, it's so, what's that? Not compromised, but like compressed. I feel like it's very thin. It's just super lightweight. Sorry, my camera only records all the way up until 16 minutes and then I have to restart the video. But anyways, I was talking about it's just so slim. It's really lightweight. Obviously you can see how much, you know what, actually it's not all that much slimmer now that I look at it. Can you see that? Wait, let me flatten this bad boy up. You can see it's really not all that much slimmer. In fact, it is really not. Oh, it is a bit slimmer. It is a bit slimmer. It's just that the cover, because you can't remove the cover, so this cover is a little bit thicker just to protect your planner, obviously. So it does make it a little bit thicker than it is. I'd say I can't really show it very well because I feel like I don't know how exactly I'm supposed to do this without acting like a fool. Is this alright? Oh my gosh. Kind of like this, right? You can see it is a bit thinner and a little bit slimmer, in fact. But yeah, I do like it. You can feel that I suppose it'd be a little bit lighter, but at least just in my mind, it's that there were a lot of useless pages for me and now there's not. So I do like this, and I like the cover. I don't know how to describe this cover. It's definitely obviously not leather, but it's not a very, it doesn't feel cheap. It feels like a very smooth, not suede, but very, just, it's very comfy to touch. I don't know with what I should compare this with. It's a very matte feeling, very smooth, very soft as well, but it's definitely something PVC or something like that. And then on the inside, obviously it's paper. It's a little bit something on the more thicker side of, I don't know. I can't explain this material very well. Just in general, I can't explain materials very well, but I hope this gives you like a nice idea on how this feels. Completely forgot that the Jibun Techo, or the Jibun Techo Lite Mini, no, Jibun Techo Lite, in fact has a different paper than the Jibun Techo Classic or regular version has. And so let me just quickly do like a pen test swatch thing to show you guys the differences in the paper. I have received a little bit of like a test paper before, but I lost that sheet of paper, so I think it would be nice if I just show you guys right now and we kind of do this together. And you know, let's see, I'm just trying to find like a few pens that I think a lot of people would know, and then we can do this. Okay, let's see. So I'm just opening up one of the pages in the back, so one of these note-taking pages, and we're gonna go on this page. So we're turning this around. I'm gonna use my pencil board so that I don't bleed through all my pages, because we don't really exactly want that. And I'll take a writing board for the other side. Alright, so for the first thing, let's use the zebra zebra. The zebra is just like a brush pen. So this is the zebra. Wow, imagine being able to write zebra brush pen. Zebra brush pen. Right. Next thing, this is like a what are these called? High-tech C Coletto. High-tech C Coletto. I really like this pen, by the way. It's so cute. It has eggs on it and toast and milk, so it's like a breakfast kind of theme, and it's like so cute, so cute. This is a Mitsubishi pencil Uniball Signo DX. I also have my Twisby Eco with an extra fine nib, and I love this fountain pen. I really like it. This is like the Twisby Eco extra fine. I forgot what kind of ink is inside, but it's one that will usually bleed through. Twisby Eco. But with the mind liners, I would actually like to write with the Muji gel pen that I have. And then we're gonna wait a tiny bit and then we're gonna write over it. We also have a micron, which is a little bit dried out, so I feel like this is an unfair test, to be honest. So this is about the time that I would let it dry before going over it with highlighter, and we're gonna sacrifice my yellow mild liner, so let's hope it doesn't smear. I'm gonna go over it first on the new paper. Yeah, it smears. Oh my gosh. All right, let's clean it a little bit first before going over it again. And then here as well, Muji gel pen. So this one doesn't smear, but I don't know if this was unfair because it had a little bit more time to dry. We're gonna try it again. Pen, because I think most people use the Muji pens, right? All right, and then I have this preppy pen, which has a waterproof ink inside. Okay, it's dried up. Sorry, can't show you that. But yeah, that's basically what I usually use. And I also use a Hobonichi ballpoint pen. Okay, let's do this one more time. Yeah, this one does not smear. It does smear. So, conclusion. Conclusion is, sadly, when going over the Muji gel pen on the newer version, you might need to let it dry a little bit longer before going over it with your highlighter, because you can see on the old version it did not, but here it really did smear very badly, so that's a thing. I have this Twisby fountain pen, right? And usually what I would do is that when I rarely do this, but sometimes when you use like watercolors to draw inside your planners, and then you use color or watercolor on the back side of the next spread, right? And then you go over it with water. Sometimes the water will seep through because there's like no coating on your paper. And because there's no coating, the water seeps through and then smears and just kind of dissolves all the ink from the previous page. So we'll see if that happens with this one. It's about here. So we're just gonna go over it 3 times and let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll see how badly this messed it up. Right here, 1, 2, 3. I mean, just from the feel, I would say that the newer version, the Lite version, does not really have a coating on it. It's a little bit more on the rough side. With the Jibun Techo, the classic version, it feels a little bit like, it doesn't feel like Tomoe River paper, but very close to it. It feels like a thick version of Tomoe River paper. This is just like, yes, it does feel like good quality paper, but it feels thinner and not as smooth. So I'm kind of curious to see if it will dissolve my ink. The paper is very wet right now. You can see it's starting to curl on it, obviously, because it is not watercolor paper, so pretty much any paper that is not watercolor paper will do this wiggly action. Let me just put the writing boards on the back so that we don't get every single page wet. But so far you can see, although the pages really do wrinkle, there isn't really any feathering on the ink. I think the original version does a better job because you can see this is getting like the lines are getting a little bit thicker. It is not feathering yet. It is also not bleeding. It's just, it's getting a little bit thicker, and you can see that the water is, that there definitely was water at the back, but like not super bad. It's alright. So if you are someone who does do like a few strokes of watercolor, you'll survive, but not recommended. Not recommended. You can see it's definitely starting to ghost a little bit, and you can kind of see like the ink semi coming through, but it's not bleeding. Actually, on the classic version, it's almost bleeding. Not yet, but almost. Other than that, you can see there is barely any ghosting, no bleed through at all through the pages with my inks. So with these standard pens, I think it's doing a pretty good job, and I'm happy, very happy. I'm very excited for this planner. I really can't wait to use this. So I'm just gonna stop rambling now and let you guys go. So this was the pen test, and this was kind of like the comparison video between these two planners. I hope it was helpful to you guys. Let me know what you guys are planning to using for 2020 and just what your setup will be. I'm very curious and very nosy. And so although I am happy with what I have, I do like to check out the options on the market. But yeah, hope this was helpful, and this was the video. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching and just spending time with me, and I hope you stay creative. I hope you stay well until the next time. See you. Bye.